Hello and welcome to a bonus edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to do, or attempt to do, just that and crack a cryptic crossword. Now the reason I've chosen this puzzle today, I've been on the hunt really for a couple of weeks looking for a really meaty crossword to do a video on. And this is the hardest times crossword there has been for quite a while. And the reason I know this is there is something called the SNITCH rating, which is a daily sort of rating that's judged from the best solvers of the times crossword against a par of 100. And this crossword has a 138 rating as we currently speak, which means it is very, very difficult. Now, if we have a look at the current leaderboard here, this is Jason James, who is a brilliant solver, 648. Now, given this crossword is so hard, that's an exceptionally good time. Magoo is our own Mark Goodliffe. So Mark's been edged out into second place. These two top times are not genuine. They are people who pre-solve the puzzle and then type it in. That has been proven statistically, so we can ignore them. Jason, Magoo, I think SCAD is real, Mystigris is real, Womble Hustler, I don't know who that is. Verlaine is Matthew Marcus, a phenomenally good solver, 10 minutes 49. So that is, but even if we scroll down here, I mean, Tom Stubbs is a good solver. GL Hurd, I can't remember what GL Hurd's first name is, but they are real, and that's a very long time for them. And even down here, Henry Blanco White, 25 minutes. I mean, Henry used to be, I think, the record holder for consecutive solves of the listener crossword back in the day, before David McNeil held that record. So Henry is a very, very clever guy, and this crossword has taken him a lot longer than it normally would. Now, if I manage to solve this, obviously it's going to take me a long time because I'm going to be talking through all my thoughts. But I thought this, therefore, might be a good puzzle to do that on. So let me try and find it. So it's today's crossword. It's Thursday. Let's click go. I'm not going to try and speed solve it. I'm going to try and solve it as a sort of with some discussion of the clues. So we've got one across. Not prepared to dispatch article with clout. Not prepared. Off the cuff or off the. To dispatch to dispatch is to off someone. If you send them off, you would dispatch them. The is the definite article. Clout, if you clout someone, you cuff them. So that's actually right. The reason I'm surprised about that is that often on a very hard crossword, obviously one across would not be a sort of, not that this is a write-in, but it's not. That's not that difficult. Extended breather needed after following. Well, that's going to be this F. You'll get used to this if you do a lot of cryptic crosswords. Following can be abbreviated to F, believe it or not. In fact, why don't I just prove that to you? Let's go here. It was me doing a cryptic clue for yesterday's incredibly long puzzle. Following, let's just type in F. And there, oh no, you won't be able to see that's off the screen. So F, you can see one of the valid abbreviations there, following, and that's why it's allowed to be used in the Times crossword. So extended breather needed after following brother on ascent. Oh, good. Extended breather. Extended breather. I keep thinking iron lung, but that's clearly got nothing to do with this. I don't know what that is. Pot overturned, mostly letting nothing out. Pot. Letting nothing out. I mean, it's going to be a word that means pot. Then probably a word that means overturned, which might be something like upset, but it's not upset because we need to let a zero for nothing out of the word. It could also be a word for mostly being overturned and reversed. Like, is this just tea? You make a pot of tea. Why is that right then? Overturned. I don't know. I don't think it is that. I don't know why it would be that. Placed in Surrey. That's probably Epsom, isn't it? For one. Radio operator. No, it's not. It's Egham. Okay, well, that's going to be brutal. If you're coming at this from overseas, Egham is not exactly a big place in Surrey, I would argue. I live in Surrey, so I'm familiar with Egham, but why is it Egham? Well, for one, it's, for example, EG, and then a radio operator is a ham. So Egham, I can see why that's correct. Let's try this one with M at the end. Parisian in purple trousers. Meeting with everyone. Parisian in, that could be en, which is en, which is how the French would say the word in. Purple plum. Trousers meeting with everyone. Parisian. En. Trousers in purple. Oh, plenum. Oh, that's a very clever clue. Okay, so I was on the right lines actually, but I didn't understand the meaning of the word trousers here. So let's talk about this. Parisian in, is this en? Purple is trousering it. So a word for purple is plum, and that is trousering it. It's pocketing. It's surrounding. En. So we get plenum, which is a meeting with everyone in it. So it's a sort of, what's another meeting-like word? You might see quorum, which is when you have sufficient to have the meeting. A plenum is a meeting with everyone. So what is this then? Extended breather. Extended for, fat. Oh, far flung. Lung is a breather. So iron lung was not that far off, but why is this far flung? Following brother on ascent. Well, brother is going to be friar or Franciscan, isn't it? Yes, okay. So it's extended is far flung. Then breather is lung, and that's needed after following, which is this F, and an abbreviation for a brother, which is FRA. Now let's just check. Is this Franciscan, which would be a monk, which would be a brother? Oh no, it's actually just, fra is apparently just an Italian word for brother or friar. I didn't know that. Okay, so you could actually play fra in Scrabble. There you go. We learn something new every day. So what's 9 across? Party outside harms awfully. Well, that's going to be an anagram of harms. And look, you've got an R and an H there. So that's looking really, really interesting. A US bar. A party. Could be a do. Outside. An anagram of harms. Quietly could be P. Something shop is the answer here. Because I've figured out that I can put do. And then the P for quiet, which is what is sort of pianissimo or something. And that's going to be, so what's this then? We need harms, don't we? Dram shop, a US bar, that must be a word. Let's actually just check it while we've got the dictionary here. Dram shop. So don't be, oh, dram shop isn't it? Oh, it's dram shop's in there with a hyphen, look. A bar. Doesn't say US origin. Maybe this version of Chambers is slightly old. It was the CD-ROM version, so perhaps it's been updated. But don't think when you solve a cryptic crossword you need to know the meaning of every word. I've never heard of a dram shop. It just seems a very likely word given the wordplay. So what's this then? A pot? Well, there's not many options, is there? Is it going to be a tum, as in a pot belly? And we know that we've got to take an O out, because letting nothing out, I think, must be an O. Overturned. Why can't I see what that is? That's appalling. Overturned mostly, letting nothing out. Mostly. Moto? Is that some word that means... I'm thinking this could be Tom. Why would Tom be pot? Tam? That's a type of hat, I think. Tam O'Shanter. Tim? Don't know why it would be Tim. Tum? I think maybe Muto. I'm not sure. That's very, very annoying. I mean, it's very annoying that I can't just write that in. All right, let's try 5 down. Hopefully my brain will percolate over that while we move on. Upset, unfortunately. That looks like an anagram of upset. By delegation to University City up north. Ooh. Unfortunate. Delegation to University City up north. Upset. I mean, I'm trying to detect there what the oh, is this Uppsala or something? Isn't there a Finnish or a Scandinavian university called something like that? University City up north. Alas, yeah, upset. Unfortunately, if something is unfortunate, you'd say alas, wouldn't you? Unfortunately, alas. By delegation. Delegation. PPU? What on earth is going on there? Oh, would you PP somebody on a letter? Is that a delegation? Yes, I think it is. Let's have a justification for that. By proxy. There we go. Per procuration. That word, whatever that word, however you say that. There's pianissimo being PP. There is also P, but anyway, we'll come back to that. So what's going on here? We've got alas reversed by delegation by proxy, PP, to university, U, and a city up north is Uppsala. I mean, that's brutal. That's very difficult. If you have never heard of Uppsala, it's almost impossible, because to think of PP for by delegation is not going to trip off the tongue. Victory was one of those. Victory was one of those. That sounds like a ship. The way that, you know, that, because the way that's phrased is odd. Victory was one of those is how I want to read that. Fine could be F. Prisoners' words leading to cheers. Cheers is often tar in crosswords, as in thanks. You say cheers instead of thanks. So if this ended in TA, what on earth could we put in the middle? If we're trying to get Nelson's ship as the answer. Prisoners' words. I didn't do it. I don't know. 13 across. Relieved when our side is backed by veteran. Relieved, alleviated, relieved. Our side is us. When our side, when could be as, our side could be us. Assuaged, I'm thinking. Now, aged is, yeah, it could be assuaged, actually, because aged is veteran. It is that. Golly, golly, gosh. Right, so why is it assuaged? Well, assuaged means relieved. When is as, our side is us, and that's backed, it's reversed by a word that means veteran, aged, assuaged, not easy. Well, we've got this one, Arn. Now, let's see if we can get this without looking at the clue. Not a bit of it, I'm thinking, not a bit of it. Never fit to, it looks like an anagram, never, not a, I think it is not a bit of it, isn't it? That looks like the correct anagram, not a bit of it, yes. Okay, not a bit of it. Sometimes it's better to do that because you don't get confused by looking at the clue. 14 across. Stylish horse guards at military base. Stylish. GOODLIFFE'S doesn't fit. Horse. Horse. Short synonyms for horse you see in crosswords. GG. Nag. Roan. Arab. Stylish horse. Guards at military base. I don't know what that is, I'm afraid. 17 across. One actor, Irish, featuring in British books and play. Wow. Do I think this is going to be the name of a play? Well, nothing's coming to mind here. One actor, Irish. Actor could be a ham. Irish can sometimes be IR. Featured in British, well, that could be that B. So something like Bahama or Bahami or books. Books are so many abbreviations in crosswords, often related to books of the Bible. Old Testament, OT, NT, New Testament, AV, authorized version, B for just books. Okay, let's try 10 across. Girl doing housework with a cheerful expression. Doing housework with a cheerful expression. I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting stuck now. 7 across. Jersey, perhaps. Well, Jersey is an island in the Channel Islands, so I'm thinking Isle here. Oh, it could be a cow as well. Oh, it's cowl. Yeah, okay. Jersey is a type of cow, so with large, L is a valid abbreviation for large, and a cowl is a hood. So, pirate didn't pick articles for pillage. Pirate didn't pick articles for pillage. I don't know. One to carry in drink. Sounds like wait. Yes, it's waiter. It's an and lit clue, which means that the whole clue acts as definition, and the whole clue acts as wordplay as well. So it's a very clever type of clue. Now let's see how it works. One to carry in a drink. Well, that might be a waiter in a restaurant. And one, which is this one, is being carried in a drink of water. So it's water. One in water gives us the wordplay. That's not really going to help me with my cheerful expression. Is a grin, but I don't think there's an expression that ends in grin there, is there? Girl doing housework with a cheerful expression. Girl is sometimes Deb for debutante. That's sometimes young girl though. Housework. Ooh. With a cheerful expression. If that was a B, pirate didn't pick. I mean, that's strange language as well. Didn't pick. Well, unless it's an anagram of didn't pick. No, there's no A in it. Unless the A is being got from articles, which I don't think it will be. Although it could be two A's. The indefinite article in speech being an A, so articles, I mean, it would be outrageous if that's double A. So I'm just wondering if this is an anagram, pirate being used as an anagram indicator, or maybe it's for pillage, means we have to sort of ransack the letters of didn't pick and double A. For the name of a pirate, captain. It is Captain Kidd. Good grief. That's very clever and outrageous. It is. I'm right. 2 A's. There you go. 2 A's, didn't and pick. I mean, to be fair to the constructor, that is brilliant. It is brilliant. And the reason it's brilliant is that didn't pick just doesn't look like it can possibly be an anagram to me. Normally, as we've been going through, you might have even seen it. I'm instantly able to read a clue and sort of spot an anagram. That one, not so much. Love that. Didn't Kidd. So Captain Kidd. Now I've got. Oh, so Deb was wrong. Girl doing housework with a cheerful expression. Upbeat. No, obviously not. Girl. I could be looking for a 2-letter name of a girl, like Di, Princess Di. Girl doing housework. Mrs. Mop. With a cheerful expression. See, this is a bit like this one. I mean, the fact that I'm not writing this in makes me think I just don't know it as an expression. What's this? This is the ship one, isn't it? Victory was one of those. Fine. Prisoners' words leading to cheers. Victory was one of those. Don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know that. Plot. Bed. It's in a bed in the garden. You get a plot of in the garden. So escape, causing uproar. Plot escape. No, I haven't. Oh, bedlam. Yes, okay. If you escape as a criminal, you lamb. It's a tricky word, that. It's not one you tend to come across very much in England. I think it's more of an American expression. So let's have a look at this. No, it's not that meaning. There we go. Oh, it is US slang indeed. So to escape or flee is to lamb. On the lam, escaping, running. So bedlam obviously is a state of uproar or craziness or chaos. 21 down. A word for doing turns with English accent. Well, I'm thinking brogue, except brogue is 6 letters. A word for doing turns. That's a verb, turning, isn't it? With English, E, and an accent is a breve, which is an accent in writing, isn't it? So it's also a musical note. So let's just have a look at breve. A mark, yeah, there you go. It's a mark of a short vowel. So that's in the sense in which it's an absent, and it's an obsolescent note, apparently. Okay, which I didn't know. Mischief that makes very big waves. Mischief that makes very big waves. Again, I just should be able to write that in. I'm so sorry. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue what that is. What makes very big waves? Makes me think it's something to do with sort of a radio abbreviation, as in radio waves, but I don't know what it is. So let's try that one. It's got F in it. Pound fare with seats often unavailable. Pound fare with seats often unavailable, question mark. Fare, feed? I don't know. I have no idea what that is. So we're struggling a lot because we can't get these long answers in the across clues. So maybe we'll check 18 down. We've got no letters in it. In which sat the head of organisation shakily? Well, I have got that. Okay, so this is a sort of semi-analyt. Head of organisation is screaming the head letter of the word organisation to me. So I'm thinking O. Shakily is screaming, it's an anagram. So I need another 6 letters. Sat and thee give me 6 letters. So can I make an anagram of sat, thee and O into a 3-4 phrase which is somehow related to this sentence in which sat the head of organisation shakily? Well, yes, I can. It must be the hot seat. That's exactly where you'd find the head of the organisation. So what is this? Bertha? Bertha. I'm thinking ham. I want to put ham in here. Although that messes up my Irish. The Irish is in the wrong place. Oh, bother. Okay, maybe it's not Bertha, somebody. Oh, it could be... hang on. Am I looking for an actor here or the name of a play? Probably the name of a play. Bright. Oh, what was the Noel Coward play? I'm not sure. One actor, Irish, featuring in British books and play. I don't know. 16 down. Column. There is a word for a column which is stoa, S-T-O-A, which is interesting there. Something written by Greek. Could be the name, it could be a Greek letter. Stoa, and a survivor is a... Survivor question mark as well. Something written by Greek survivor. Don't know, it's a good clue, that, good wording. Champers offered for a great prize. Champers, that's sort of teeth, isn't it? Or is it champers as in champagne? Yeah, I mean, that's what it's trying to get at, isn't it? It's trying to say champers offered for a great prize, so you get champagne. But I'm reading it as champers, which are people who eat or things that crunch, offered for a great prize. I want it to be something like every champers. I don't know. Let's try 26 across. It's definitely. Oh no, I want to do that one. I've decided. Succeeding by stopping ensnarement plan. Plot. Succeeding. I think that can be an S, can be an abbreviation. Stopping. Succeeding by stopping. Ensnarement plan. No, got nothing. 20 across. Film dealing with case of arrogant. Well, case of arrogant is going to be AT, so that's probably at the end. Film dealing with. You see, there shouldn't be excess letters, so dealing with here, I'm thinking that needs to be, you know, we need to have something, a word in here that means dealing with. So we're looking for a name of a film, short, which could be ET, sometimes ET. Dealing with case of arrogant, bully. If you bully someone, you browbeat them. But that would mean not a bit of it was wrong, and that was an anagram, wasn't it? So I don't think that's wrong. Alright, 15 down. Oh, I've not looked at this. Kills time with furtive look around city. Kills time. Dallies. Or time with... What's a furtive look? It's like a leer, a lech, an ogle. Kills. I think this is going to mean kills. Time is probably T, so it might begin with T. A furtive look. So T we need to put with a furtive look, and we need to surround a city. Now that could be LA, NY for New York, or a longer city, Oslo or something. What about this one? Stylish. Looks like it ends in Asian to me. Military base. Oh, station. Guards at military base. Stylish. In stylish. Unit station or something. It's not that. In. No. Okay, well that would give us an I here. In our ship. Which I'm assuming is a ship. It might not be. Leading to cheers. Is there another word for cheers we could have at the end of this? Victory was one of those. It was the front ship or something, or some strange old back formation. Right, let's try this one again. We've got to get it at some point. Pot overturned mostly, letting nothing out. Pot overturned. Letting nothing out. Oh, yeah, okay, it's mute. Okay, so if you're letting nothing out, you're not saying anything, so you're mute. And if you overturn most of that word, you would get tum, and a And I think pot is a word for your belly, and obviously tum is a word for your belly. So at least we've got that one in. That's good. Okay, let's try 10 across now. Oh, this is the girl doing the housework again. Miss Prim. I quite like that. Miss Prim, girl doing housework. Is that some expression? With a cheerful expression. That's the bit of it I don't understand at all. Why would that be right? Miss Prim. Quite like Prim here. And this is... what worries me is that this could be a musical abbreviation that means with cheerful expression that you find on a music score. Girl doing housework. Oh. I mean, what could that be? Anything. So if this was an M, then we would have, what would this be? Victory was one of those. Victory was a famous famishing. Famishing. No, it's not famishing, or at least I don't think it is. And then we've got this silly one here. One actor, Irish, featuring in British books and play. So I'm pretty sure this is the name of a play. Blithe Spirit. It is Noel Coward. Why did my brain tell me it was that, and then my brain not tell me the answer? Because my brain is substandard, that's why. Now, why? I thought it was called Blithe Spirits, anyway. Okay, well, anyway, let's see if we can understand why. So, one actor... Thesp. Oh, that's... So one is this. A thesp is an actor, short for thespian. Irish IR. So it's I Thesp IR. Featured in British books is literature. That was one of the abbreviations I didn't think of. LIT. And the name of a play, Blithe Spirit. Oh, so... Hang on. What does this end in? Victory was one of those... This would just be something like 4 ships or something. Front ships. Oh, I mean, Victory was a ship. Let's just put ships at the end. Victory was one of those. A 4 ship? And see if we can justify it somehow. Fine is F. Prisoners' words leading to cheers. Words leading to cheers are... hips. I suppose hip, yeah, okay, hip, hip, hooray. They are words leading, they're words hip. You know, you say hip and it leads to the cheers, which is the hooray bit. So words leading to cheer, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. So the plural hips is just sort of getting at the words leading to the cheers. So we need, find prisoners' words. Prisoners' words. Fire ships, maybe. Was Victory a fire ship? Oh, that would give us an R here, which I really don't like. Prisoners' words. Oh no, words leading to cheers is the hips. So it's a word. It's a plural of prisoners here. POWs? No. Cons, lags, flagship. Oh, for goodness sake, Simon. Of course it's flagship. I mean, that's au pair is the girl doing housework. With a cheerful expression. A, so with A, you put up, which is cheerful. If you're up, you're in a good mood. And air for an expression. You have the air of something about you. You have, so, okay, that was all completely straightforward, and I totally botched it. But in the end, I worked it out. Well done, me. Bad brain. Naughty brain. Right. Kills time with furtive look around city. Kills. It might begin with T. What is this word? I mean, it does very much look like this is ending in ION, doesn't it? Let's actually just put that in. Does it have to be Asian? Not necessarily, but it probably is. Stylish. in. Stylish horse. Guards at. That could be at. Stylish could just be in. If something's in, it's trendy. So maybe this is a word that means military base or... Stylish in. Horse. So I need a name of a horse, which is going to... A stallion. And that's going to guard... So it's going to be stallion guarding AT for at, which could be there. Installation. Yeah, an installation is a military base. That's fair enough. Okay, my brain isn't working today. Kills time with furtive look around city. Kills time, loiters. Lingers. Oh. This is not that. It's the name of a city. That's very clever. It's Leicester. Why is it Leicester? Let's think about this. So kills, ices. That's an American expression. If you ice somebody, you kill them. So ices, T for time, with a furtive look, a leer around, LWR, gives us the name of a city, Leicester. So what's this one? Physicist, Rutherford. Routine is a rut. So this looks good, doesn't it? Sea releasing. Oh, Hereford is a holy see. It's it's not the holy see, but it's a sea is a cathedral city. So it's Hereford releasing energy, E for energy. So Rutherford, of course, is the physicist. So mischief, elf, maybe, that makes big waves, very high frequency. This is some abbreviation. That's going to be an abbreviation for frequency. Mischief. That makes very big waves. Don't know, what's this? Oh, this is the column. Oh, it's not stoa anymore. Pilaster, that's a type of column. Let's see why that's the right answer. Something written by... Greek. Okay, well, I was on the right line, sort of. It was a Greek letter. Something written by a Greek would have been the Greek letter pi. And then a survivor is somebody who lasts, a laster. So pi laster gives pilaster, which is a column. And if you don't believe me, because I know pilaster is probably not a word we use in everyday speech very much. There you go. Pilaster, a square column. Now that gives me a T at the end of this one, which might edentate. Which I thought were things without teeth. Edentates. Edentata or something. Champers offered for a great prize. Well, that would give me a T here as well, which doesn't look good, does it? Champers offered for a great prize. Eye teeth, okay. Champers are teeth, so eye teeth are as an example. Offered for a great prize. I'd give my eye teeth for that is an expression. So is this elf then? I don't see what else it can be. I wonder if we looked up elf in the dictionary, it would say it's a valid abbreviation of something like electro or extremely large frequency. I think I'm going to put elf there. Am I going to put elf? I am going to put elf. So I'm committing to elf. But let's have a look at whether it can be. Oh, there you go. No, extremely low frequency. So it makes very big waves. I'm not quite sure I understand that, but that's mean. That's mean to use that abbreviation for elf, which probably no one's ever heard of in that clue. So what's this then? Something beat. Film. Dealing with. Case of arrogant. Bully. Film. Bully, mistreat. A film is a mist, isn't it? Yes, okay, I like that. So a film as in, a coating is a mist. And then dealing with, if you're if you something, if you might see it on a memo, and then the subject, what the memo is dealing with, and then case of arrogant is the A and T, the casing letters of the word arrogant. Mistreat someone, you bully them. Oh, I've not even looked at this clue. 19 down. Perhaps one judge to be included. Perhaps one judge to be in. Perhaps one. Perhaps. I wonder if this is an and lit again, because I could see sort of I and J for one judge could be included in a word that means perhaps. But do I know any words that are blank IJ, blank, blank, blank? Nothing immediately springs to mind. What's this? Profit? Pound. Profit, maybe? Fair with seats often unavailable. Picnic? No. Fair with seats often unavailable. Pound. Buffet. Buffet is what I'm thinking there. So if you go to a buffet, is it true to say that your seats often are unavailable at a buffet? Maybe. And if you pound, so if I say buffet differently, I get buffet, which certainly means to pound something. So I quite like that as an answer. And then we've got this word, which I sort of want to put a J in the middle of it. Perhaps one judge to be included. Perhaps one. Judge. Are there any other words? Judge, maybe J-U-R, jurisprudence. I don't know. I'm guessing. Succeeding by stopping ensnarement plan. Oh, I mean, plan could be plot. Succeeding by stopping ensnarement. I mean, stopping sometimes means put inside, like you would stop a bottle, you would put the cork in it. So succeeding by could be saying put S in the middle of a word that means ensnarement to give you a word that means plan. Ensnarement, 3 letters ending in T. I keep just thinking of trap. Gin is a type of trap, but not that type of trap. Ensnarement. Ensnarement. Net, nest. Ensnarement. To net something is a net an ensnarement? Or is it something you use for an ensnarement? Plan. If you plan something, do you nest it? Don't like it. Don't like it. But all of that is by the minute could go in there, couldn't it? Perhaps one. Judge to be included. Perhaps one. Judge to be included. JP, I think. Justice of the Peace is sometimes judge, but I can't put JP in there. Perhaps one. Judge to be included. I mean, it does make me think that's got to be a J, but can I think of any word that fits this pattern? The answer is not immediately. One is is one a figure? Judge. Perhaps one. I mean, one is a type of figure, isn't it? It's a figure as in a number. Let's try having a look at that. Perhaps one. Judge to be included. If you figure something out, do you judge it to be included? I think this is weak. I don't think it's this. I think that's not going to be... I mean, that's a desperation play to put figure in there. Judge to be... One judge to be included. Now, there is a word, jejune, but that's J-E-J, I think. I don't think it's J-I-J. Let me just sort of think about the alphabet here. Sometimes when you're really stuck, you should just think of like what's the most unlikely letter in there, which is probably a Q. Perhaps one. Can I think of anything that would help me there? Peaks. No. Perhaps. Wow. Okay, no, I'm really stuck. I could really do with getting this, and I don't want this to be an E, but I fear it's going to be. Succeeding by... Ah. Okay, it's not nest, it's next. By is sometimes X, as in you might do 3 by 4, meaning 3 times 4. So, and that's stopping, it's inside net, which is an ensnarement plan. If you plan to plan ensnarement, you net perhaps, yeah. I mean, it's mean, it's really mean, but succeeding is next, it's the next thing, it's the succeeding thing. So this looks like figure again, doesn't it? Perhaps one. Let me think about this. Can I justify figure as an answer here? Perhaps one. Judge to be included. If you figure something, do you judge it to be included? Maybe you do. Maybe you do. I've not got anything better, have I? Let's risk it. And then we'll have a look at the dictionary and see if we can... It's right. Okay, so there we go. We have finished the puzzle. Now let's just have a look at figure here and see if... see how close we can get to that definition. To make an image of? No. I mean, as a noun, it's... I'm presuming it can mean like a number or something like that. One. A design, an illustration. Perhaps one, a personality or a character. So one might be an example of a character, a written character denoting a number. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. So that makes sense with the perhaps one being a figure. But then judge to be included or something like that, wasn't it? Judge to be included. Judge to be included. I'm wondering if it's wordplay now. I can't see how. To imagine, to reckon, to work out, to come to understand. To follow as a logical consequence. Is that to judge to be included? I mean, it's just... I can see it's sort of fair. It's just very difficult. It's really difficult. And in a very difficult puzzle, it's brutal. I wonder how many words there are that you can put in here with figure. Let me have a look, actually. I might be able to show you. Let's have a look at this software, which is called T. So... how many words in the English language are of that? There aren't many. There you go. So there are 10 words there. I thought of minute. I Didn't think of misuse, but I wasn't really trying to think of it. I was trying to think of blank IJ. I wonder how many words there are that are blank IJ, blank blank. Maybe there are not many. Hijack, I didn't think of that. Bijou, hijabs, GI Joes, although that's 2 words. And then whatever these are, I don't know what they are. So yeah, there are very few, but hijack I wish I'd thought of, because that's a cool word. But anyway, we have made our way through a very difficult times crossword. There were several moments of complete inanity from me. I apologise about flagships and au pair, flagships I should have just. I mean, what is the victory? It was the flagship. So the moment you think that, that should just be written in. And I think if you get flagships, you get au pair really fast. I didn't think of installation nearly as quickly as I could, and I even thought Noel Coward for some reason about Blithe Spirit, but then didn't come up with Blithe Spirit, which is inexcusable. So yes, it's been an inexcusable video from me, but hopefully you've learned something if you're new to cryptic crosswords, and if you're not new to them, you probably had a good laugh at my expense. But thanks for watching. We'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.